In this module, we're going to learn about processing an ArcGis request. Here you're going to see that we have a request for ArcGis. And if we scroll down, you'll see that it's for one copy of Windows. So then if we go back down and go to our browser, and just like before, we're going to copy the email address from the IDM software. So I right-click on the email address, click copy. I go to move it. I go to packages. Then I go to templates. And I scroll through and I find ArcGis. I click on it. This time I click edit. I'm going to give it just a couple seconds to load. Once it loads, I'm going to right click, choose paste. Puts the user's name or email address in. I click check recipients. It changes that to their name. I'm going to move my browser window just a little bit so I can scroll over here and I can get over to where I can see the service request number. Go back to my browser. Then in the subject line, I'm going to delete the SR or the information after SR. Then I'm going to type in my service request number, which in this particular case, it's 70698. Okay. Then I'm going to change the word name to the individual's first name. Remember, that is to personalize the message. And then I scroll down. I find the line of X's. I'm going to change that to my name so the individual knows who is sending the software to them. Scroll down more. I'm going to verify that I'm sending them the proper number of software licenses. Again, they wanted one copy, so I'm sending one. And then 14 days, like everything, it's going to say 14 days. Once I verify that, I'm good here. I'm not going to double check my work yet. The next thing I'm going to do is notice I have a third tab up here. It's called Esri. I'm going to go to Esri. Then in Esri, I'm going to click on My Organizations. Then I'm going to go to Licensing. Then I'm going to click on Create New Provisioning File. Then under Product Type, I'm going to choose Desktop. Then I'm going to choose under Version 10.1 through 10.6. Licensing type, single use. Provision, I'm going to choose core products and extensions. So let's verify. Desktop is our product type. Version, currently it's 10.1 to 10.6. I have noticed that this number here changes over time. Up until about a month ago, it was 10.5. Now it says 10.6. License type is single use, and the provision is core products and extensions. Then you're going to click Next. Then here we're going to say ArcGis Desktop Advanced. Then we're going to click Next. Then under core products, we're going to click allocate right here at the top. Okay, notice I clicked right here. And when I did that, notice it put check marks all the way down. And that is correct. We want it to do the work for us. Then I can scroll down and notice all the check marks are there. Then I click next. What you're going to do now is you're going to click on populate user fields from my profile. That'll get the work started for you. Then if you come to primary email address, highlight that information, and you can right click and do paste. That puts in the user's email address. For first name, highlight the word software and then type in the person's name. If you notice, I can see that right over here. I'm going to bring that information from right over there from Sharewell. So I'm going to type the person's, let me click back over here, bring this screen active again. Karen, and then the last name, APA. And I scroll down. I leave our extension, the call center's phone number. That's appropriate. Then I'm going to populate organization fields from my organization. We're going to leave it Southern Illinois University. We're going to leave it Office of Information Technology, SIU Campus, Northwest Annex. Okay, we're going to leave all that other information. Then we're going to click next. Then we're going to choose email because we want to email this provisioning file to the individual. So for email address, right click, paste. So it puts in their email address there. And then for file note, I want you to type in SR followed by a space. And then yet again, we're going to refer back to this. Well, sorry about that. We're going to refer back to this service request number. So we're going to have the SR 70698. Then you're going to click next. You're going to review this information. It has the person's first and last name. It has their email. We have the 10.1 to 10.6 single use, desktop, core products and extensions. We have our service request, their email address, and then we have SIU's information here. That all looks accurate. Then we're going to scroll down and click on Create File. Now that the file has been created, you can tell that it's in here in this green box. Your work in Esri is complete. So now what you need to do is go back to Move It. And in Move It, you need to double check your work before sending, as always. Do you have the person's name? Do you have the service request number? Have you personalized the message with their first name here? Do you have your name here? Do they know you're the sender? And then finally, how many copies of the software, and do you have 14 days? Once that information has been verified, it's safe to send. So what you've done is you've sent the software through Move It, and then you've sent the provisioning file through Esri. So what you're ready to do now is you're ready to go to Sharewell to document your work. So you'll click on Begin Work. You'll click Resolve. Here, I'm going to type Request Approved for Graduate Student, because this particular student was a graduate student. Software sent via MoveIt and Esri, because I used MoveIt and Esri both to send the software. So I'm going to document that. Once I've documented that, I click OK, and the ticket has been resolved, or the issue has been resolved. So now my work is complete. That is sending or honoring the service request for ArcGIS. That is the completion of this module.